One evening, Thomas brought his last train to the junction. Percy was glad to see him. Toby looked at the sky. Laughed Thomas. Thomas was too excited to explain. Mavis, Boko, Bill, Ben, Donald, Oliver and Douglas paraded past. Whistled Donald. Admired Toby. Asked Thomas. Answered his driver. So they followed the other engines to the big station at the end of the line. Called the Fat Controller. Continued the Fat Controller. The engines whistled. Called the Fat Controller. As Annie and Clarabelle were going to the big city too, Thomas and Oliver practiced with some other coaches. Thomas grew more and more excited, too excited for his own good. He puffed. Then Thomas made his mistake. He boasted. No one was hurt, but Thomas's front was badly bent. They telephoned to the Fat Controller. He said, Poor Thomas. 8 o'clock next morning, the engines waited at the junction. Toby and Percy were each on a truck, and Duck had pushed them into place behind Edward. Gordon, James and Henry were waiting to lead off. They whistled impatiently. The Fat Controller looked at his watch. Panted Thomas. The guard blew his whistle and waved his flag. The engines cheered, and the cavalcade puffed away. Later in the big city, all the engines were lined up in a splendid shed. The children were delighted to meet their friends. Whispered Thomas to Percy.